Hey, everything okay? Honestly, no. I found out my boyfriend's cheating on me. Oh my gosh. How did you find out?
Oh my god, it's not funny.
The other girl that he's been with told me, and I showed him the messages and he admitted to it. I'm really sorry. Honestly, you deserve better than that. Thank you. My mom offered for me to live with her again if I wanted to, so she has an extra room. I have free time all day tomorrow if you need me to help you move your stuff from his house. What? Why would I need help with that? Babe, he cheated on you. You're not staying with him, right? I mean, yeah, he cheated on me for the 4th time in a row, but who said relationships were supposed to be easy anyways? Females these days always want to run when things get hard. That's why they can't keep a man. And you know what? Men are so right. They are biologically hardwired to be attracted to multiple women. So really, I think they're the victims in this scenario. Hi. Do you ever feel like you overhear other people's conversations, maybe your friends or your family or your coworkers, and as you're eavesdropping, you just think to yourself, dang, I have very different opinions than these people. No?
Nope.
Just me?
Yeah.
Well, great, this is awkward. Today I'm going to be doing a things I can't stand / unpopular opinions video. Now before I start, I do have to do everyone's favorite thing, the YouTuber disclaimer. No! I know, I'm sorry. I don't want to make content with the intention of hurting people, hurting anyone's feelings, or offending people. But I also know that this is the internet, and girl, almost anything you say on here can get you, I don't want to say get you in trouble, but someone will be offended. I could sit here and make a whole video titled, I like the color pink, and that's it. And I guarantee someone will make a big deal out of it. Please do not write an entire essay in my comments because I said I think people who like mint chocolate ice cream are serial killers. A lot of people think I'm a serial killer too because I'm lactose intolerant and I still drink milk. So what? All I'm saying is that if it doesn't apply to you, I am not talking to you. If it doesn't apply to you, I am not talking to you. Now that that's out of the way, let's get started with our first one. So first one is gay men who make misogynistic jokes about women, men who think they're funny in general when they're not. And before anyone says I'm a phobe, no, I am an ally of the LGBTQ plus community. But the reason why I'm specifically focusing on gay men is because I feel like them being gay is often used as a shield in these particular scenarios. And it's not always even by them themselves, but by other women. And I see women say like, oh, you shouldn't have came for him. He's one of the girls or something like that. And it's like, Miss Ma'am. And I'm not talking about when someone comes for a person who happens to be a gay man and then he claps back. I mean like actual misogynistic things being said about women and it's okay socially just because he's gay. No, it's not okay and you're not funny.
Damn.
The next one is when you're talking to someone and you can tell mid-conversation that they do not care about what you're saying, they are not listening. It's just like they don't care. You could be sitting there talking about something super important, something that matters a lot to you, that's been heavy on your mind, and then that person is just like, uh-huh, yep, yeah. At this point, just tap out of the conversation if you don't want to be there. I would rather someone be honest with me and say, hey, I'm not really in the mood to talk right now. Or just simply, I don't know, like just be honest if you don't want to be a part of a conversation. I've been in so many scenarios where I can just see when I'm talking to someone that they have no interest in what I'm talking about. And it's like, you can't force people to care about something that they don't care about. But at least pretend, like at least be cordial and act like you're interested, like throw in some So the next one is people that just won't stop talking. I'm sorry. I know this is so mean. And as you guys can tell, I've been in I've been on like both sides of this scenario. I've been the one who would not stop yapping, and I could see like in the person's face that they're getting annoyed with me, which I try not to be that kind of person, but you know, when I'm really fond of someone, I just like to talk, and I'm pretty shy, so I don't talk that much, but once I'm comfortable around you, I never freaking shut up. And I've also been on the other side of that scenario where I'm with someone and I'm just like, please, please stop talking. Like, I need to go somewhere. And it's even worse when you're in like a hurry or you're late for work or just like maybe you just don't want to talk to someone and they will not read the room and they just keep going and going and going and going and going. Sometimes I feel bad because I can hold my tongue, but my facial expressions usually give away what I'm feeling, and I can see that they can see in my face that I don't want to be a part of the conversation. But I don't know how, honestly, I don't know how to like politely tell someone that they're talking too much. Like, how do you tell someone like, oh my gosh, can you please stop talking? Like, I really don't even want to talk right now or be a part of this conversation. Can somebody tell me? Because I don't know like a nice way to say that to people. My next unpopular opinion or thing that I can't stand is if you're going to give a homeless person money, give them an amount they can actually buy a meal with. I told you it was unpopular. I just feel like it's dehumanizing to be like, here, you're not good enough for this $10 bill in my wallet, but you're good enough for this loose change I keep inside of my car. I don't know. That's how I personally look at that scenario. And if you're someone who thinks that, or like you're scared that if you give them money, they're going to spend it on drugs, then just don't give them any money then. Honestly, if you're going to help someone, help them without the preconceived judgments and stuff and just do it. And I'm not talking about if you can't afford to give them money. Obviously, if you can't afford to give them money, I don't expect you to. No one expects you to. This is kind of personal, but I actually was recently homeless myself. I never like stood on the side of the road with a sign or anything, just because by the grace of God, I was in a shelter. But it really is already in itself a dehumanizing experience. People often think that because you're homeless, you should be grateful for everything that's given to you or that's offered to you, even if it's not good. Like, the quality's not good. Anyone who wouldn't, who isn't homeless wouldn't accept it, but since you're homeless, you're expected to accept it. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I just feel like, I don't know. If you can afford to give to a homeless person, please give them an actual amount that they can buy a meal with, especially these days and how expensive everything is. One, I'm definitely gonna have people get mad at me. But I think that in general, we are too hard on influencers. And no, before you say anything, I'm not talking about when they receive criticism for something that they did that genuinely was wrong, like scamming their fans, supporting problematic people. I'm not talking about legitimate things that they get held accountable for. What I'm trying to say is I feel like they're not allowed to be human. I'm talking about, like, in general, how they seem to be dehumanized by people. It's kind of like a double-edged sword.
Try being an influencer for a day. Try it.
Like, the way I personally look at it is people put them on a pedestal because they're influencers or whatever, and people kind of deify them. And I feel like naturally when you deify another human being, you dehumanize them, because a deity is not a person. It can be good and it can be bad. I don't just mean in aspects of like their physical appearance, how they're always expected to look perfect and always put together. Like, we all know that that's problematic and that's an issue, but I don't just mean like that. I mean how everything that they do, everything they say is like scrutinized, and not scrutinized, it's like under a microscope. And people who watch them, they don't just analyze them, but sometimes they over-analyze them. That's the real issue that I have with it. And I'm guilty of it too. I don't normally leave hate comments or like hate watch people, because who has the time? I feel like people hold them to higher standards of morality than they even hold themselves or the people around them, especially female content creators. And I just don't think it's fair. I also noticed that when it comes to content creators, especially female content creators, people often feel like entitled to know very personal, private stuff about their lives. And it's like, just because they chose to be a content creator, why does that mean that they have to tell you anything that you desire to know at the drop of a hat? It's just like, it's not your business. This one's really gonna make some people mad, but I also really don't care. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Non-black people who say the N-word. And I'm not even gonna sit here and explain why, because I'm really tired of being in the business of explaining the obvious. You know why you shouldn't be saying that if you are not a person of color, like a black person. Even worse is when non-black people try to tone police or, try to tell black people how they should or shouldn't react to harm that's been done to them.
If the word is so bad, then why do they all say it to each other? You are not even a part of the conversation.
You are like outside of the circle. Like, yeah, you can have your opinion, but it doesn't matter. So the next one is people who give unsolicited advice are annoying. I said it. And yes, I'm also guilty of this too. A lot of the things on this list, you guys, are things that I'm also guilty of. But I'm 27 now. I'm getting older. I'm learning things. I'm changing, I don't know why it bothers me so much, but I feel like it has to do with like the psychological aspects of being like a people pleaser for a large majority of my youth. But I just hate it when people give me advice that I didn't ask for, or even when I see them giving someone else advice and it's not even directed at me. I just get annoyed. I'm just like, no one asked you. Like, why are you? I don't know. This is like a non-issue unless it's like a boundary thing and someone has told you multiple times, like, I don't really need advice on this, but thank you. I'd appreciate it in the future if you don't give me advice that I didn't ask for, because advice that you didn't ask for is criticism, and then they keep doing it. But I know some people don't care about this. Some people don't take it to heart, but personally, I do. I don't know why. I'm not a psychologist or a therapist, but it just bothers me so much. Like, this one is like less serious than some of the other ones, but when food delivery drivers leave your order right in front of the freaking door. Why? Especially if you have a drink and then they just set it like right where you can see if you open the door, it's gonna spill. I feel like sometimes they do this stuff intentionally, because like sometimes I used to put in the little like DoorDash notes, like, please do not put food right in front of the door. And then I felt like more people, like more of the drivers would do that when I would ask them not to do that. And I know you guys are gonna say it's probably because I didn't tip them good. It's like, no, if my order isn't that far away, I usually would tip like $6 at the least. Like if it was a place that was literally 5 minutes from my house and I didn't really get that much. Like I know $6 isn't that much, but it's like, it's not that far from my house. But when it was like a further distance away, or I had like more in my order, that's usually when I start doing like the double digit tipping. But they still would do that sometimes. And now that I took that out of the little like instructions things, I feel like they don't do it. Like people, I don't know. I'm gonna give them some grace and guess they're probably busy, or some of them don't do it on purpose. They're just kind of trying to hurry up and get to their next order so they can get their money. And I understand that. And plus, no one's perfect. But it's like when you're on the receiving end and they put your drink right in front of the door, or your food, I'm just like, oh my God. Why? Like, why? You know that's going to tip over when I open that. All right, we've come to our last unpopular opinion / thing that I can't stand. And it is people who think that your life should revolve around your job. Like my old boss.
Oh my God.
I hate this mindset so much, and it also, to me, kind of goes in correlation with hustle culture. I understand some people, that's just their work ethic. They feel like their life does have to revolve around their job in order to make a lot of money to get the life they want. Like, I understand in a capitalist society, we all have to take part, unfortunately. But it's just like, oh my goodness, like, I don't believe humans are here to just work, suffer, sacrifice. Like, I truly don't. And I've also been indoctrinated to believe that that is how it should be. But the people at the top, like these billionaires and stuff, telling us that that's what we should be doing, they're not doing that. They don't have to do that because they've done exploited everyone underneath them. It's like the stuff that they're telling us that we should be doing and the attitude of like hustle culture that we should have, they don't have that. They're not doing that. They're telling you that while they're on their 4th vacation of the year. Like, let's be so for real. In this context, I'm not just talking about billionaires. I'm talking about like bosses or just your coworkers and people who think if you're not filling up every second that you're on the clock with labor, that means you're lazy or you're not working hard enough, or I don't know, like they just have a problem with it. It's like, first of all, mind your own business and act your wage. Second of all, why do you care? Like, as long as the person is getting their work done and it's not bleeding over like onto your work, mind your own business. I recently lost my job because my car broke down. Again, this is something kind of personal, but I was eventually gonna tell you guys anyways. And of course, at first I was upset because I lost my income, and I was at that job for 2 years and some months. I think like 2 years and 5 months. But now I actually feel kind of happy because my boss just seemed like the type of person who expected me to put my job over my health, and I hated that. Not just her though, she wasn't the only one. There was multiple people who would take like little subliminal jabs at me because I have a lot of medical issues and health issues, besides me being like obese. On the outside, when you look at me, you probably wouldn't be able to tell, but I do. I have a lot of health issues, and it did make doing my job difficult for me. It was a very physical job. I was a custodian in a warehouse, and more often than not, I was by myself because the coworkers that I did have, like, there was usually only 2 people on the shift. The coworkers that I did have would either quit, or the most recent one that I had, he actually moved departments because he felt like we were overworked and didn't make enough money, which he was right. But yeah, the job was very physical, and my health issues made it hard for me to be able to get like every single thing done every single day. And I just felt like people who because they put their jobs over their lives, over their health, over their families, over themselves, period. I feel like they were like offended that I didn't do the same thing, and it's like, I'm not apologizing for not coming into work when I have like a flare-up. I'm not apologizing that I'm not coming into work when there's a literal snowstorm outside and the mayor of Indiana is telling people stay off the freaking roads, and yes, this really happened. It's just like, I can't stand people with that type of mentality. Like, I really can't. But women and men who think that them paying for your food, like a man paying for your food, means that you owe them. Like when women say, oh, I want to pay for my own food because I don't want him to think that I owe him something. Babe, you don't. Like, you don't owe him anything. Any man or woman who thinks that paying for food is an exchange for your consent, in my opinion, is a predator. That sounds like a predator, because it's like, well, are you telling me that I'm not allowed to say no because you paid for my food? And I want him to feel uncomfortable, because it's like, you're making me uncomfortable by acting like I owe you my body because you paid $40 for a freaking steak dinner at Applebee's, like, or however much amount of money. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's nighttime now. That's why the lighting is different. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for everyone that tuned into my very first YouTube video and saw the mistakes. And dang, Jared, Hopefully I'll get better with time, but I really do appreciate you being here and watching, and I hope I'll see you next time.